vegetables and flowers, oh what a sight. With love we plant, with care we tend.
Oh, that's better. Well, we had all that rain and flooding last week. It washed all the bark onto the pathway, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a sweep. My last video was a plot tour, and as I was showing you around my plot, the two plots actually, I was making a mental note of all the jobs that need doing, and there's lots. You know, everybody's well, when I say everybody's the same, I mean a lot of us are the same, aren't we? Loads of jobs to do. It's all ongoing, isn't it, with gardens and allotments. Anyway, I thought number one, and it's a little bit windy today, which made me think all the more of fixing this polytunnel. The zip is broken. This elastic, I sewed it with elastic because I happen to have them in the shed, and a plastic needle. So I've found some thicker elastic. So I'm going to try the thick elastic to see if that'll work first. If not, I have got some of the thin one left. But the thin one, it did last quite a few months, but it's gone quite brittle now, and it seems to snap quite easily. So I'm going to go over with a thick elastic, and hopefully that will do the job. Because, and another reason I'm desperate to do this first, I've been in the polytunnel, and lo and behold, as in my last video, the rats had my broad beans. This time they've been digging. I've got a few Savoy cabbage left. They've been digging in the Savoy cabbage, and they've also been digging in the ground as well. So I'm not going to give them easy access into the polytunnel. It's quite easy for them to get in this side, and I've left the zip open that side as well. So I need to zip that down, sew this up and secure the bottom, and fingers crossed. I know if they want to get in, they'll get in. There's a little bit of wire down here to stop the cats getting in, because they were enjoying themselves in there in the warm. Right then. Oh. Well, that pulled through nice and easy. I know it's making holes in the polytunnel, but it'll be fine. So zip all done along there, and all secured at the bottom. Well, I'm not sure it's going to deter the rats getting in, but at least it might stop the polytunnel from blowing back over like it did last year in the wind. So hopefully that's secured it a bit anyway. No storm damage, thank goodness. This bed, there's two little collies growing, and little broccoli I can see. And there's the greyhound cabbage coming there, but the rest of the brassicas are not looking too healthy. And I've taken the net off, and I've had a closer look. It doesn't look good, to be honest. It's either something's been nibbling at the roots, or it's clubroot. I'm hoping it's not clubroot, because clubroot can last up to 15 years in the soil. It's a disease of brassicas. And but the fact that the others look quite healthy, I live in hope. And there's like a little indent around the roots, so it makes me wonder if it's slugs or rodents that's been nibbling at the roots. So what I plan to do is not give up. I'm not going to pull them out, just in case it's not clubroot and it's just slug damage or something. So I'm going to have a little prod around and see if there's anything, any insects or anything in the soil. Do a little bit of weeding, and then I've got some multi-purpose compost there. So I thought I'd try and bury the roots again and give them a little mulch with multi-purpose compost and see if they recover. It's worth a go, isn't it? You know, they'll either survive or they won't. But while I've got the room here to do it now, I'll give it a go. And I also need to bend the leaves in of the broccoli to keep them nice and white. So I'll do that as well. So let's get on with it.
In the morning light, we dig in the earth, planting our dreams like seeds of rebirth. Laughter echoes as we tend to the rose. With every sprout, our garden love grows.
Not looking good, is it? But I've just spotted a little green caterpillar.
In this green paradise, it's a beautiful day. In our little garden, love will bloom. Amidst the veggies, we'll take up the room, sharing our harvest, hand in hand, growing together in our wonderland. We water the plants and share sweet smiles, harvesting joy in every single aisle. From tomatoes to beans, we nurture each vine. In our allotment garden, everything's fine. With every blossom, our world is made alive.
I had a feeling. I found a leather jacket. I had a feeling that might be the case. There's a leather jacket caterpillar there, look. I did have problems in this bed before. I thought I got rid of them all.
Growing together in our wonderland. With every blossom, our hearts align. In this labor of love, everything's divine. In our little garden, love will bloom. Amidst the veggies, we'll take up the room, sharing our harvest, hand in hand, growing together in our wonderland. With all of my heart, I'll always care. In this garden of love, together we share. In our little garden.
Well, that didn't look very good, did it? And amongst it, and I found a leather jacket. They're not true caterpillars, even though way back when I was calling them leather jacket caterpillars. They're a larvae. I think they're larvae of the crane fly, and they played havoc with the roots of my brassicas last time, way back a few months ago. And although we've had other things planted in these two beds before I planted in the brassicas, there's obviously still signs of leather jackets there. So I don't know if it's leather jackets that's eating the roots. I don't know if it's slugs digging and having a go at the roots, because there did seem to be a bit of a gap around some of the roots where something was digging down into it. So that's a possibility, or whether it's clubroot. So if any of you out there have got any experience, if you could pop in the comments, I'd be most grateful. I'm not taking any chances anyway. I thought I'm not going to waste any compost. I've decided the compost is already in here. The soil seemed quite good, quite rich. So I thought, no, I'm not going to use any tools or anything, just in case it is clubroot and I don't want to contaminate anything. So I'm going to take my trowel home, give it a good wash, try and sterilise it, and give the gloves a good wash as well. So I'm just going to cover it over now can't wish for the best. So, I mean, if it's slug damage or anything like that, you never know, they may recover. I mean, most people just pull them all up and plant something else in there, but I'm all for trial and error. We'll see. We'll give it a go and we'll see. Could do with a good wash, really. It's filthy. I mind. Hopefully the rain will wash it. When I do come to take it off, I'll give it a good wash then.
Just cruising down the path, sun shining bright. Allotment's calling me, feel so right. With my spade and seeds, ready for the day. Neighbors wave hello, we're on our way. Coffee in hand, laughs fill the air. Growing together, nothing can compare. Planting seeds of joy in the warm sunlight.
How exciting! We're going to be shifting this mess today, so I've got to cut the bushes back at the side of the polytunnel, and we're just going to try this now to make sure Doug's got the footings the right width. So let's give it a go. This is the front one, is it? This is the front one. I think we put. Right. Okay. Yeah. It needs no. That's all right. That's probably right. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not far off, is it?
No.
Hold it there, hold it there. Right, yours is splaying out that way a little bit, right?
Right.
Notice, right? So we need to
Okay.
straighten it up, okay? So hold on there, I'll go through.
Now you might see the bottom one there looks as if it's out of the ground more than this one, and the reason for that is the ground is on a slope. But Doug has measured it and with the spirit level, and fingers crossed it's okay. So we're not far off. To be honest, I can't wait to see that that chunk removed. So while Doug's here, it needs two of us really to shift it. So while Doug's getting on with this part, I'll be around the side of the polytunnel and clearing some of that, ready to put that for storage, because I think Doug wants to reuse it.
If you put that on the, okay, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it from there, but that bubble there, right?
Right.
Needs to be in the middle there.
Right, okay.
So, zero. So it needs to come this way a little bit. Okay.
Right, okay. So that'll happen when you're filling it in though, will it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
eventually, but I just want to measure.
You just want to make sure
So
before you
if you
start
keep
filling it in. Yeah.
this bottom part of the thing, not the top, the bottom,
Yeah.
tight against the pipe.
Right. Right, the bubble's right now. Are we going to put them on Poppy's plot? Out of the way for now? You don't think we need to, do you?
Not yet, because I'm working on the... See there? See there? Stick it right up.
All right. Right, I'll leave you to it then. I'll get on with the from the side of the polytunnel. Along here, we've got two apple trees there, and they're not producing anything. They're very old ones. They were on the plot when we came here. So I'm going to cut those right back. I'm going to cut back this plant. There's a few bits and bobs that need moving out of the way. And we've got the water butt there, that's staying there. And the where I've been making plant food, you know, with comfrey and borage and seaweed. So that'll stay there. But at the back here, there's a little bit of a gap then, once I've cut the apple tree right down. And that's where we're going to put all the, I won't call it rubbish, the useful, the useful bits and bobs that Doug's going to be using in the future. We're going to put those along here. and they'd be out of the way. They've been a bit of an eyesore, and every time I come on that plot, I'm thinking, oh, I'll be glad when they're out of the way. We don't come round the back very often, so I won't be seeing them that often, and they can have a little home here until they're reused. So anyway, let's get on with it. I'm going to cut this back first, this plant, and then I'll get on with the apple trees. I brought the wheelbarrow, so I'll pop them in the wheelbarrow, and then they can go on the compost heap. I forgot the name of this plant. It smells good. I love the smell of it. It smells gorgeous. But I'll pop it up on the screen and let you know when it's called. It's got a lovely silvery leaf. I think you can use it for medicinal purposes. And I think you can use it in cooking as well. But we haven't yet. But we keep it growing, ready for when we get round to using it. Well, I've got a wheelbarrow full. They're ready for a cuppa now, so we're going to stop and have a tea break, and then I'll continue later. Do you want to sit that in because you've got the sun over there, might go in your eyes?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. In the morning light, we gather around, sip our coffee, hear the happy sound. Friends with laughter, plants all in line. At the feel-good garden, everything's fine. With every seed we sow, our joys increase. Oh, together growing.
Actually, we're stopping for lunch. Cheers.
What are you talking to? Are you talking to yourself again?
I'm talking to my viewers. I slipped. There's a slab. There's a slab by here. It's slippery. I just slipped on it. Oh, God. I'll have to not stand on it. Oh. Oh. I think I need to move it out of the way. Oh. I'm having a job to get up now. That was hard work, but I think I've made a bit of room there now. Hopefully it'll be enough room. So need to get all this on the compost heap, and then hopefully we can start moving all that stuff from plot 2. Could do with being chopped up a bit finer really, but I'm going to just let nature take its course, and I'll just have to pick out the big bits later and then chop them up. Oh. I'm very lazy at composting, I must admit. Never mind. Low breakdown in the end, won't it? Right, you ready then? Right, where do you want me to go then, Dirk?
Well, you can guide or I can guide, it's up to you.
You guide.
You have to come with it.
Okay.
Yeah, get it simple. Right, wait a minute. All right,
Yeah?
put it there. All right.
Yeah? There's still these branches here as well.
Okay.
Shall I bring those on the compost heap for now out of the way? These branches here, look.
In the morning sun, you're digging down low in this planted seeds, watch them grow slow. Doug smiling white with the harvest in sight. Together we're shining, everything feels right. In a little patch, we find our peace. With every sprout, our worries cease. Happy in the garden, we sing a tune. Linda and Doug dancing in bloom. Nature's our rhythm, the earth is our stage. In this allotment life, we'll never age. Tomatoes and peppers, oh what a delight. Carrots in row, a colorful sight. With laughter and joy, we toil side by side. In this garden of dreams, we take great pride. Under the sky, our spirits soar. Growing together, we want nothing more. Happy in the garden, we sing a tune. Linda and Doug, dancing in bloom. Nature's our rhythm, the earth is our stage. In this allotment life, we'll never age. Tomatoes and peppers, oh what a delight. Carrots in rows, a colorful sight. With laughter and joy, we toil side by side. In this garden of dreams, we take
Well, I'm a
great
happy
pride.
bunny now. All our mess is gone. All that remains here now is the polytunnel frame. And this is the spare cover. When I say it's a spare cover, this is the original of the polytunnel. So I'm going to put that in a bag and put it away because it's a first tunnels cover. And I believe there's 10 years guarantee, even though that it'll last longer. And I think it's only a couple of years old. And I'm sure our other polytunnel will give them the go, the cover, long before this is deteriorated. So I'm going to bag it up and pop it away for a rainy day. So it leaves it nice and bare then for Doug to carry on sorting up the footings and things. Ooh, exciting times. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh, it needs folding up properly. Oh, we had it all folded nice. I should have put it in a black bag then, really. I've just dumped it. Oh, it's quite heavy, this cover. Is that just to see if it's straight, is it?
Oh, make sure it's level.
To make sure it's level. Good. I'm glad you're pleased with it. Right, do you want to take the mucky end or the other end?
Grab it in there.
Alright,
Okay.
yeah. Well, that's definitely looking tidier than on my last video. I put this cover on to protect the herb bed, but the wind kept blowing it back, and I think that's going to be an ongoing problem through the winter. So I've decided I'm going to take it off, and fingers crossed most of the herbs will survive anyway. So yeah, and I think it looks much nicer as well. So I got to go find a home for this as well now. Probably around the side of the polytunnel again. If you saw my plot tour video last week, if you haven't, go and have a look after you've seen this video. I take you all around the 2 plots. Anyway, that's later. So what I thought I'd do now, because these crimson flower broad beans, they've had it now. I don't think they can be that hardy, to be honest. So what I thought I'd do is just take out all the bamboos and the bowls. So I've got myself a little carry bag with the bowls in. So I'll take the bowls and the, I've got some of these little grippy things. So I'll take all those off first, put them in the bag and take out the bamboos. And I've got some exciting news for you. Well, coming soon. Not yet though, because Doug needs to finish the polytunnel. He's going to be making some new compost base. Now I did mention that in the plot tour video. And we thought it'd be nice to put them somewhere else. And I thought, well, why not here? We can take up a little bit of the flower bed as well. And maybe 2 or 3 bays even. So yeah, that'd be great. So they'll be off that plot, and I bet you the soil underneath there is lovely, where all the compost and leaf mould been. So that'd be a nice little bed there for something. Come next year. So when that's going to get done, I don't know. So keep tuned in, I say. And if you haven't subscribed, if you subscribe, then usually they pop up, don't they, on your news feed. So you're not going to miss it then. So thank you to all those who have subscribed though. Anyway, without further ado, right, shouldn't take long, I shouldn't think. Now, oops, it's coming out easy as well, the broad beans. I didn't even go to take it out, I was only taking the thing off it. There we are. So if I take the sticks, I can take the sticks out as I go, couldn't I? I may as well just pull up the broad beans as well. They come up easy. And then I can put them on the compost heap. I just found a couple of broad beans on there, look. Wonder if there's any inside. You know what, I'm beginning to wonder if I should have left them. They were quite a feature there, weren't they? All the poles with the balls on the top. Oh, never mind, I've done it now. Right, so, ooh, there's some more broad beans there. Ooh. Ah. Might be able to, if they're any good inside, I'll keep them for next year. So I'll pop these on the compost heap, and then I'll put the bamboos away for next season.
In the garden where the sunlight warms the ground, bunting waves gently in the breeze all around. Flowers bright, bringing joy to every view.
Thanks for watching.